Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome. Glad to see everybody's here. For the most part. But yeah, boy howdy was I struggling to get everything set up properly. Like, I set everything to live, I shared all my content and stuff, and it decided to just not properly broadcast, so I had to turn it off and turn it back on again. So yeah, hold up. There I am. Just gonna hide this for a sec. Okay. Welcome back. It's Train Tuesday, which means more cursed trains! And there isn't anything else in the world that I would possibly want to do right now. So we should be able to just bounce back where we were previously, but maybe I should give some updates while we're doing that. Because the long and the short of it is that... Hold up. The long and the short of it is that I have made some adjustments, and the picker wheel's back. And I think this is good. This is a good time. This is all fantastic and dandy and all that. It was such a hassle, you know, to get this fixed up again, and I made it a little bit nicer. And I still had enough time to actually stream earlier today than I normally would, considering my previous track record. But yeah, most of the stuff from the original picker wheel is now here, but it also includes a bunch of other helpful visual aids to make it a little easier to see. Just gonna close some tabs that I don't need. Okay. So yeah, of course, welcome John Ho. How's it going? I've been doing okay. My ma, not so much. The fridge was acting up. We should have gotten a different brand. Apparently the one we bought is notorious for hardware and software issues. And what else was there? Orthodontist visit was good. And I was able to make some progress on that Q&A video I've been hyping up for the longest time, which is good. Yes, fridge go burr. Or in this case, it stopped going burr, and it go... Anyway. Yeah, just making sure I had all the settings correct. Okay. An Austrian little fellow has posted the following. I only found model versions of the steam locomotive, and one other that's real. Yeah, I don't know what it is about this one. This one's a real goofy goober of a locomotive. Hi, hey, Ohio State roleplay. Hello. Oh, yeah, that's totally understandable. That's why I always keep the VODs, though I will be migrating them one at a time over to videos. Here's a tiny version. Oh, I think that's supposed to be like a heat exchanger. This one's just a goofy little goober. This is the regular locomotive, I think. And here's another side view. But this is either a heat exchanger or it's an air intake, or some combination of the two. Because I can see from this image, we'll get a better image of this, hold up. Images. But yeah, we've seen this one before. That doesn't make it any less cursed, of course. Oh, what's this? Oh, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything I... Oh, no. Bad stream. Not okay. But yeah. You can see from this image here, over at Reynolds, you can see there's the smokestack in the rear over here, and there's a bunch of stuff over here, so there's definitely some sort of heat exchange going on here of some sort. But it's goofy. Someone needs to make a video out of it, and that's why it looks like it has a periscope. I'm not sure if it was very practical. It was kind of big. Oh, looks like someone forgot to spoiler their video. Carter 100K, what are you up to? Now this is a universal... Oh, let's see. The term lowrider applies really well here. I can certainly agree. A low tram, new design for underground tram mining. Its lower height of 39.5 inches has made it valuable for many new uses. This new locomotive now clears the normal tunnel airlocks. Its power economy and efficiency makes it attractive to buy for any small diameter tunnel job. 110 inches long, 30.5 inches wide, and 39.5 inches tall. Now that is a tiny little fellow. Super small. Ooh! Ooh, what's this? What is this? An electric tram. Why do I feel like this used to be a steam locomotive, but then they converted it to electricity? Like one of those steam dummies? But yes, runaway train. Toby the electric engine. Let's see. Runaway train has responded to a post from Jackalis, and they say left. What it's supposed to look like, and on the right, is how they massacred my boy. Okay, so it's supposed to look like this. I feel like this is in Australia. Oh, right. I didn't think this was it, but apparently this and this are the same thing. That's what's shocking. Like, we've seen this before, of course, but we've never seen it unclad without the streamlining. And then there was a bunch of messages and stuff. Get this bucket off of me, according to the curse signalman. Anyway, Jackalis replied to another image. I hate to post another picture, but look at how happy he is. Why wouldn't you want to preserve it? It's one of those goofy trains from some World's Fair or something. I forget. There's a bunch of these floating around the continental United States. Garrison F says, how in the... And yeah, how? Just a classic skill issue. Now I'm wondering why there's a three-phase pantograph rail car here, and the pantographs go up and sideways for some reason. I don't know the practical application for that. That's just more maintenance. Just have it all in one wire. Thank you. No need for three-phase. Oh! Steampunk futuristic locomotive HO scale from Imgur. Now this one's a new one. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's truly blurst. Nope. I just wanted to go to the next image. I don't care about your stupid tweets. If this won't crash on me. But yeah, this is actually kind of cool. I wish I was talented in terms of craftsmanship. And here is that other little one. Oh! And the middle bit rotates. Look at that. Here it is static. You can see the channels that are fluted through the boiler. And then you can go over here, and it's spinning, and it's bright red, and it's all cooling. Dristle battery. I don't think I've heard that one before. I'm gonna have to go look that up. But this time, I'm not gonna make the same mistake. Oh yeah, I totally understand. Welcome back, Dr. Ducks. But yeah, I'm not... Diesel batteries, that's what I'm seeing, but I'm not seeing anything else. But yeah, moving on. Ooh, car pusher! Atlas Car Pusher from the Atlas Car Company of Cleveland, Ohio. Because of course it's from Ohio. Where else would it have come from? Florida? Anyway, runaway trains at it again. I bet this place gets more daily passengers than Le Hall and King's Cross to St. Pancras combined. TOT should do a video on the Charlotte LRT. It must be one of the most cursed transit systems on Earth. Well, what's so cursed about it? Is it the fact that it looks like the station's a bunker? I don't see anything here. Where is this? There's literally nothing here. Oh, it must have been pretty sarcastic then. Not my intended interpretation of that text, but I should have known better. Let's see. Damanian from MRT Circle Line announcement. Train is coming. Oh, California? What do you mean, where you at? In the stream? In the web browser here? Oh, on the picture. Oh, I'm at this point from posts from May 1st. So yeah, Neptunia V2 posted this. Let's take a quick look over there.
As I'm in the midst.
Stupid ads. Let's do this theater mode. Okay.
Train is coming, train is coming, train is coming. Please start queuing. Love your ride.
Oh. I guess that's a little weird. But not the weirdest thing. I'm just hoping that doesn't get claimed. Oh, okay. You have a good one. Maybe I'll try to stream a little earlier or something. I don't know what time zone you're in. So I'd have to adjust for that. Anyway, the truck/bogies. Oh yeah, that looks kind of weird. Oh, it's worse the longer I look at it. It's a do-bo. Instead of a bobo or a dodo or a coco, it's a dobo. Oh, okay. But yeah, let's see. What Jackalis has put up? Lonely narrow gauge flat car in literally the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's kind of sad. It's just sitting there, minding its own business, in tracks that are presumably underground at this point, or partially submerged due to time. I feel like this is a classic repost. Okay. Good night. Let's see. Nova Scotia train, I think, says Bromine. Yes. Volkswagen wagon or van with train wheels. Now this one's super duper weird. I feel like there was a video about this somewhere. Maybe Train of Thought's already done that one. Commander Slush has reposted once again. And of course, it's our classic repost, the 410 El Gobernador. Or is it Gobernador? That's better. I'm supposed to roll the R, aren't I? One of these days I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Gobernador. Actually, you know what? It might be a better idea to just check translate. switch over to Spanish. Let's see how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Gobernador.
Oh yeah, there is a roll in the R. Gobernador. There we go. Carter 100K praying this hasn't been posted, but it has. So, you know what that means.
Fish.
No, not fish. It means that we should be able to use the recycle logo. Where did it go? It was here. It was just here. Could have swore it was... There it is. But yeah, this is a goofy locomotive, classic repost. I feel like this one's a repost too, but at least it has some degree of novelty to it. Oh, I just realized. Funny funnel. It's got a funny funnel, or rather, 3 or 4 funny funnels. And now that I think about it, there was also that funny funnel with the, that, and maybe that, and this one doesn't have one. But there was also, it wasn't that one, it wasn't that one, it wasn't that one. This is the one, yeah. So, yeah, it's time to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes, where she stops nobody knows. Neko mode activate! Yeah? Let's hide that choice, and I will make my way down to my program again. Get the props. Make some adjustments. Okay, that's better. And I'm back. So, where was I? I'm surprised nobody caught me on the first one, or some of the other ones as well, for funny funnels. Still haven't seen any trains running through water yet, though. Yeah, but I can't spin it like 6 times. That would be absurd. Oh, not this one again. The Pittsburgh Slotted Crosshead Locomotive. 440 if I've ever seen it. It is a locomotive of all time. And this kind of takes advantage of some of the system, some of the quirks of the system. I'm trying to remember what kind of mechanism it is, where you take something that's linear and you turn it into circular motion. But there's like, oh yeah, slotted crosshead. I'm being an idiot. But yeah, it's got a slotted crosshead mechanism here for the drive system. And it just slides on these blocks here. And whatnot. And it just moves the piston back and forth. I'm not sure if it's very practical, though I would love to see it work in real life. It looks like an oversized suitcase on rails. It certainly does. The Canadian National Railway 7070 first diesel-electric switcher ever built in Canada. From Progress is Fine. So yeah, I can see... Yeah, I can totally see why this is weird. We've seen it before, but I think what makes it weirder still, the longer I look at it, is that there's a center door for some reason, instead of just like the regular slats. And the fuel tanks are on the top, presumably, because there's no room on the bottom. Oh, the glass box! No, wait, this isn't the glass box, but it's something like it. The BR 71.5 or Dorftrottel, an Austrian 242 built in 1935. Bi-directional tank engines designed to haul lightweight fast trains with a single crew member and rated to a top speed of 100 kilometers per hour, just about 62. But the class usually served local branch lines, which accounts for the doubtless affectionate nickname that translates as village idiots. The design's unusual profile apparently was designed to resemble a diesel engine, which, no surprise there. Its slender boiler, flanked by large water tanks, and its domes were screened by upright panels behind the cab. A large compartment held the coal and a baggage section. Of the 20 built, only one survives. And this is probably it. From the Mike Morantz collection. So, for some reason I thought this was an inspection locomotive quite a while ago, but apparently that's supposed to be a rear operating cab. Like, what the am I supposed to do with that? So yeah, this is what it would have looked like straight out of the factory. Mind you, this is just a model. At least it's OSHA compliant because of all those handrails. But yeah, there's that. Here it is in operation. I'm assuming during the post-war. And yeah, I learn something new every day. This is the... Wait, this mother low. And it is. It certainly is. And it looks like it's been turned into some sort of a park accessory. I'm not entirely sure why. It's kind of unfortunate. Multi-track drifting! From Garrison F. in Roblox. Because of course. What else has Jackalis posted recently? Why the mouth there? Yeah, why is the mouth there? Ruben rides the rails, it says. Don't judge a book by its cover. Well, this locomotive looks kind of cursed. Look at the wheel arrangements. Like, what? Where is this supposed... How is this supposed to run? It kind of depends on what happens. Like, there were a lot of uses during the war efforts for the Axis powers, but after the fact, anything that probably survived either was merged with the railways for West Germany, and the rest went to East Germany. And I'd imagine that wouldn't have changed much with unification either. Now, what is this? What is this little... From the Rain Coal Collection, Elk County, Journey Through Time, a geared steam... From the Geared Steam Locomotive Works. Oh! Oh, I was not expecting that. That is a locomotive of all time. I want to get a closer look at all these weirdos. The tiny logo from the Illinois Central. It's a repost, but it's a classic. Oh, I forgot this existed. And this one's a classic repost. I posted it, someone else posted it before then. Oh, no. No. Not today. Not today. But yeah, look at this 10-wheeler of sorts. I've never seen it like this before. Where it's just got the firebox just dragging back over here. And the sort of classical valve gear you'd find on locomotives of its time that weren't a wall shirts. Hey Froggy, welcome to the stream. Looking at cursed trains again. And this is a very long boy. A very long boy. I wonder if it's still around. I suspect not. And then there's this geared locomotive. Is it a Shay? Is it a Hazler? Is it a Climax? I guess we'll never know. And that's kind of unfortunate. But it's got a funnel that's going through that roof, so that counts as a funny funnel. I don't know what's going on with this image because it's so blurry and scuffed to... So we're going to have to make up for that. Got ourselves the Illinois Central 1402 again. Though I do think that it would have been nice to encounter this at some point, or at least buy a model of this. But I highly suspect that's not something that people have made. So I might have to scratch build it myself, and I don't think I'm that talented at that sort of thing. So, got ourselves another little goober. Got this atrocity, which I think is broad gauge. I mean, just look at the size of this thing. This little mother of all sorts. And then we got ourselves our... I forget what it's called. The Mud Digger was based on this sort of running gear configuration. I want to say Kitzenmayer, but I could be very, very wrong. And then we get this atrocity. I imagine they paraded this thing through town every time the circus would roll in. Did I ever mention that one of my late uncles used to work as a clown for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus? Ooh, that sounds great. Oh, USS Salem, welcome. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you. A regular poster on this section of the Discord. But yes, I can recognize it now. But yes, I'm glad you were able to find all of these here, at least for the ones that are new to me, because, like, this is definitely new. Hello, Trainman3985. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, let's see what Kola Makora, or is that Makira? I really can't make heads or tails of it. Hopefully this qualifies. Kind of. It's always weird when there's interurbans. I don't know what the deal was. I always think they were just so ugly, but knowing the power they have at last mile transit and interurban transits, I can't knock them for the good work that they did. It's unfortunate that the interurbans and the streetcars across America got torn up back in the post-war. I can't remember the whole details, but long story short, I think Firestone, Goodyear, and or General Motors conspired to buy them all up and just rip them all up and replace them with buses. Now, what is this? Man builds train in his garage. Oh, yes. Yes. A Dash 8, no less, I think. Gonna need to add some headlight there, bro. But other than that, kudos to him. The buffer beam critters from Carter 100K. Yeah, that is a flying buffer beam if I've ever seen one. Gas mechanical, no less. But I did forget to mention that there were some funny funnels around here. Yeah, there was a funny funnel here. That means we have to spin the wheel. Round and round the wheel she goes, where she stops, nobody knows. Blue Lobster jump scare! Oh no! So yeah, let me just go hop over to... Let me just hop on over to VC Face. Add the lobster. There we go. Normally I would just... It's been a while since I've actually played audio from the Blue Lobster jump scare as a 1 hour video of silence with the jump scare sprinkled in between. But that's just something that got really annoying really fast, so now I just have this sticker. Oh no! Bro looks like he took the Grimace shake. He should not have consumed that. But the one on the left is blurst. It is a good boy. Now let's get to these atrocities. Again from USS Salem, aka Yield Sea Witch. By the way, why are there different usernames? I never thought to ask until now. Let's see, we got ourselves another weirdo. Ooh, yeah, this is really weird. This one looks familiar. And that's all there was to that. So yeah, this looks like a broad gauge if I've ever seen one. Nothing necessarily to write home about, per se. It's just big. Unnecessarily big. And maybe this is from a different angle. No, wait, this is a different locomotive entirely. With outside frame, which, yeah, that makes it super cursed. And it's got a headlamp on the smokestack, which I'm pretty sure isn't normal. And there's a tiny little, I want to say is a bell over here for some reason. I can't help myself. I could be very wrong. And then there's whatever this is. Some sort of maintenance vehicle, maybe? Otherwise it wouldn't have all these little bits and bobs and doodads strewn across it. And then there's whatever this that is. Oh man. So the center wheel doesn't look, I mean the center axle doesn't look like it's actually powered, but this one and this one certainly are. You can see all the extra equipments wrapped around the axles. Now, with the rear being where the controls are, and I'm assuming this kind of bows down and out so that they can see ahead, but I still feel like there's just a lot to be desired here. Like, actually, now that I think about it, where's the pantograph? If this is electric, it can't be third rail, can it? Ain't no way. This is old as... They didn't have that kind of technology back then. And then we get this goofy one with the weirdest of running gears you could possibly think of for an electric locomotive. Center cab, no less. And for some reason it's got both pantographs up. Aren't you only supposed to have one? I'll never know. Donk. From AUNL. I feel like this is a repost, but I could be wrong. AUNL posted again. MT365. This is when you've got a portable coaling station. You just get one of the steam-powered cranes and just lift up one of these cars and just dump it from the bottom. Modern problems require modern solutions. Let's see. And another post, any fond memories? No.
Having travelled in excess of 2.25 million kilometres. But everyone's time must come eventually. One more run, and XA1402 was due to meet her maker at the scrap metal yard.
Ah.
We wanted to know whether it was cause for sorrow or celebration.
Would you be sorry to see them go? Oh, not really. Not now, because of the later diesels that have come in. They're a better unit, even though your tonnage is heavier and everything like that. No, I wouldn't say that I'm sorry to see them go.
No, I won't be sorry to see them go. They're a very awkward locomotive to work on, both above the running board and below. They're very awkward to get to the components that you have to change out on a regular basis.
You got any fond memories of them at all?
Not that I can recall.
So that was it. The final run went off without any fanfare. Passengers unaware that this old girl's number had finally come up. Goodbye and good luck.
Oh, I didn't mean to. I was.
And good luck.
I pushed a button and it rewound it for some reason. But I feel so bad. Oh,
Even though
stupid commands. But yeah, that's kind of sad. But at the same time, it's a diesel that was putting up so much soot and smoke. That and it was an ugly. But we can't judge it for looks if it's a part of railway history. Oh boy, it's another one from AUNLMTT365. This looks like a locomotive bound for the scrapyard if it isn't sitting in one already. It's been cannibalized for parts. Otherwise the drive rods and the coupling rods and all the other rods would still be around here and whatnot. It's so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. And here's another one. Bro just taking a nap. Nothing to see here. Oh! The Pennsylvania Railroad. Except now it's the Pencil Railroad. Oh man, I forgot this existed. Holy... I know this is astonishing. I completely forgot that somebody made this. I can't believe you done it. It's so good. It's so cool. So much effort and time went into this. So much passion. I wish I was able to have that kind of patience. Oh boy. Got ourselves another Roadrunner. This case, it looks like it's blocking traffic. Understandably so. Get wrecked. There you are again, USS Salem. With the sail train. I think Train of Thought made a video about trains powered by sails like this one. If memory serves correctly. Remember that one 1930s film? Well, I started to analyze these trains in the tracking segment. Is that so? Well, yeah, this is from the Fleischer Studios short Play Safe, and what seems to be the problem other than the fact that the locomotives just look kind of cursed? I must be missing out on something. But yeah, these are definitely cursed. And for some reason I thought this was actually, you know, like, I don't know what I thought it was when I was a kid when I used to watch this all the time. But something I didn't know that Fleischer Studios kind of was known for was superimposing animation over three-dimensional backgrounds. Does this count? From Toxic Opossum. The Metrojet. Oh, and this one was posted by Ready Onion Pacific Caboose. This 464 tank engine with feed water heater. I think the only thing that's cursed about this is the fact that it's just so wasted. Because I think it's actually kind of cool looking. And if I remember correctly, this was for commuter service. Because it wouldn't go very far without needing to refuel. Tom the Train Guy posted this. And it's just an image. Lonk, oof. I don't know what I'm supposed to make of this. It's kind of blurry. The primordial big boy. Yes, definitely a Lego train, but it looks like any other Lego train I'd expect from the Hogwarts Express, you know? Now, this is funny in its own right. It just kind of reminds me of that music video where that dude's like, ah! And I don't know how to do the rest of it, but it was funny. And he's just dancing in the background for no apparent reason. Carter 100K is at it again, asking, what is this device? Too small to see. Let's take a closer look. This looks like a live Steam model. Gauge 1, maybe. O scale, possibly. It's just a 220 of some sorts, and I don't know where it gets its fuel and water. Because this isn't a tank engine of any sort. But it has a very large whistle. And someone forgot to spoiler again. Oh boy. I don't know what this atrocity is. Let's just zoom back out for a bit. Let me see the text down here. Seems to be from 1908 to 1909 is when this was built. Seems to be for simple services. For Northern Railway stuff in France. And this one's a 022 with assume a rear cab or something. I don't know. It is just all sorts of cursed. Just holy. I don't know who keeps thinking of these things. Oh no, someone actually made it. Someone made it. I can't believe it. Just, what am I supposed to do about this? I like 440s, but not this one. Oh wait, I forgot to look at this one from Jack. A silly little 220 painted in purple for a quarry. I feel like this is Roblox again, because life is Roblox. Oh, I feel like I've seen this before. The Ivet GNR class C1 4-cylinder compound 442, built by the Vulcan Foundry Company. Very unsuccessful. The 11 to 17 rebuilt as 2-cylinder simple locomotives. But yeah, it's a 442, I want to say Atlantic, of some sort. And 4 pistons, no less, which, that's a big yikes. Must have been hard to maintain because the pistons must have been on the inside. But what's really weird is just the sheer scale of this locomotive compared to the people in the cab. That's what's terrifying. This locomotive's rusty paint low-key looks like melt burnt crusty cheese. I can't deny that. I certainly can't deny that. Oh, Denny B! Yippee! Standard gauge on narrow gauge and narrow gauge on standard gauge. Let's take a look. Ooh. 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 You can't what? But yeah, this one's being kidnapped. Bro looks kidnapped. That's all I can say. Next slide. Oh, this is just from a different angle. They've taken lots of the running gear off for some reason. Moments later, Bob was dismembered. and then some more parts. Now, this is what I've come to expect. Narrow gauge rolling stock on standard gauge track using those goofy little wheels underneath. But the rest of that was holy. Dominique Appia, La Thème des Gares, the time of the stations. So yeah, this looks interesting, but though I don't think Tower of Babel adequately surmises or summarizes what rail networks are like, in my opinion. I can make heads and tails of it, even if it's confusing, but, like, this is what I would expect. I would imagine this just completely reworked, but instead of having a Tower of Babel that serves as a station, it would be a Tower of Babel surrounded by freeways and traffic. Endless miles of traffic. I think that would be more on par with the sort of confusing and disorienting configuration of the Tower of Babel. That's when they could have the slopes that go up and up and up be part of the road as well, like a multi-layered freeway, like they used to do in California, but they don't do that anymore for good reason, because of the earthquakes. Oh boy, this big boy, I think. Canadian National, please. Please, just don't. Oh boy. An Austrian little fellow. Actually, I want to add this react. And this one's from Mata.com. Now, there was something else here I wanted to react to a certain way. Though I can't remember which one it was. We'll worry about it later. But yeah. First time I saw the second logo next to the third one, I was slightly disturbed. That is a super tiny armored vehicle. That is very, very small for an image. It has fewer pixels than I have functioning synapses in my brain. Oh, and this one's small too, because, of course, me. So we'll just open that up, and that, and that, and that, and a little of this, and this. This looks like a boiler explosion. Oh boy. So this is an atrocity on wheels if I've ever seen one. I don't know how you navigate turns with it. Just gonna tap this here for a sec, just to make sure stuff hasn't acted up. So where was I? So yeah, ain't no way this thing's gonna be able to make a turn. And here's a 264 with some very large wheels and pistons. I'm not sure if it's trying to compensate for something. And here I think is supposed to be that locomotive we saw earlier with all the drive wheels. And this is supposed to be... Oh, for some reason I thought it was covered in camouflage for like some sort of proxy war during the Cold War era, but no, this is a ruptured boiler on a locomotive. It's completely wrecked. Oh, me. That's why all the running gear's been taken off. Oh boy. And then there's whatever this is. It's kind of cute, but it's kind of cursed. It's blurst. And it's got a funny funnel. I was really hoping I wouldn't find one. And here's another boiler explosion. But yeah, moments later, the locomotive disappeared. Anyway. Let's go over to the picker wheel. Because it's time to spin. Spin to win, baby. Survey says, Post-it note. Oh, I meant to actually hide that, but whatever. Let me just bounce back over here. I should be able to add the prop quite easily. If I still have it here. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that didn't... Oh, yeah, that didn't work. There we go. That was easy. Let's bounce back. Let's see. Jackalis. Look at these poor, beaten up, rusted boys. From the Volga line, Linie de Volga, narrow gauge railway on its last legs. Everything is rusty and beaten up. This is the last narrow gauge railway in all of Portugal. Ooh. That is completely messed up. Completely wrecked. I don't know why it's got that kind of coupler arrangement, but completely wasted. Now, I don't know what to make of this. It's just intercity locomotives back to back, I'm assuming for some sort of transfer. Ooh, the high rail thingy from RG, CNJ 113 and Reuben something something. Yeah, these things are weird, but they're also cool. Like, I don't know where to begin. Because these things can just ride on the rails and they can ride on the road. Though I'm not entirely sure how it's supposed to go up and down with these treaded wheels. Or rubber treaded wheels, I should clarify. Fire side rods from Jackalis. Oh boy, it's another metal sculpture. Spark plugs and everything. Oh boy. This is certainly a lot better than some of the stuff we've seen in the past, but still not great. The reply, it's just another still frame from PlaySafe. Now, I don't know what's going on over here. Just gonna mute that. What are you doing there, buddy? That's supposed to be the end of the... Okay. What is going on? It's just making a perfect U-turn. Like, this is what it's like when I make a U-turn in my smart car for 2. It makes no sense. It's just completely bonkers how you can just get away with these things. And then there's whatever this is. VT29. So let's see. It's a large locomotive for a movie set. And it just looks weird. Is that it? I feel like there's supposed to be more to this. I know the cow catcher looks like it's kind of fake. But other than that, I'm not sure what else. Oh, the headlamp and the funnel are also fake. I should have known. What was I thinking? But if that ain't a funny funnel because it's not supposed to be there, then I don't know what is. Like, I was really hoping I wouldn't have to spin the wheel so soon. Especially after I just spun it earlier. I'm a pickle! Let's hide that choice. I'll just bounce back over here. Just vanish for a sec while I go back. I wonder if I can stick this on top. Okay, I can. Wouldn't you know it? Just gonna shrink that. Bounce back over here. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I'm a pickle! Look, Morty, I turned myself into a pickle. Let's see. Swedish tram person posted Figure 1, a picture of the last C5 and picture 2 in SJ class. Now, I'm not sure what to make of this other than the fact that it's just graffiti, which not the worst thing that's happened. But this atrocity never ceases to amaze me as a steam turbine locomotive in terms of its practicality, or rather lack thereof. Yield Sea Witch, back at it again, aka USS Salem. Bro's barely hanging on, and I certainly agree, though I don't know where on Earth this is. Like, I feel like this is supposed to be some sort of a road here, and there's supposed to be pantographs for catenary wires for streetcars. And it looks like this locomotive just fell on this building for no apparent reason. No context whatsoever. I don't even know where to begin. Yes, definitely wrecked. Looks like someone replied that they wanted to have some context for that image, and I would certainly agree. Meanwhile, AUNL has posted again. This time it looks like an improvised box fan of some sort. But it's got the drive wheels from some cannibalized locomotives, which I feel like we've seen this before, just not colorized. And we also didn't see it actually have something on top of it other than maybe other dismembered locomotive parts. Possibly. Jackalis posted again saying, "What is this whistle?" Let's find out. I don't see what's... Oh! Okay, now I see what he means. Oh boy. It was that close from being a good locomotive whistle to what the am I listening to? It's like the shrill of a banshee. I would certainly agree, it is definitely a cursed wagon. Let's see what Odini B's posted. I think something's wrong here, but I can't put my finger on it. Oh, it's another balancing locomotive. Yeah, it's a pencil drawing, that's totally fine. I still feel like the funnel, though, on this Shea locomotive was obnoxiously big compared to what I've seen in the past. Does it count as... Oh yeah, apparently a siren. Hi, Christensen. Jay Christensen, welcome back to the stream. Looking at cursed trains as always. Wanted to get your thoughts on whether this counted as a funny funnel or not, because I've seen my fair share of diamond stack funnels on Shea locomotives and whatnot with extra spark arrestor mesh. I thought normal Shea funnels were a little bit less wide, I guess I should say. They lacked the girth. Because, like, the smokestack on this one is an absolute unit. Flowers Before Fairs, from the Funny Folks magazine, from the gardenhistorygirl.co.uk. Station master, no, we can't let the... I don't know what that says. On the platform until we've, something the plants in the hothouse. But yeah, I could hardly read that. Oh, not this one again. It's adorable, but it's also kind of ugly. I don't know what else to say. Let's see. Oh, Denny B again with the steam coach. Steam-powered coach with the smoke box on the side. Got ourselves another inspection vehicle here. We got another little critter here. Okay. I do wonder, though, if someone made this as a model in HO scale. I don't know. For the same reason they sawed this boat in half and put it together with flex tape. Now this... Where's the valve gear? How is this thing supposed to move? That's what's confusing me. It's got such a large stack for such a small little engine. Let's see, what's Jackalus up to? Let this be a lesson, New Hope and Ivyland. Yeah, the motor coach are kind of blurst. The Peachy Reachy's my favorite. In my opinion. Some of the other ones from the UK just don't do it for me. Anyway, if you're going to preserve a locomotive, that's great. Just protect it from the elements or its condition will get worse. Oh yeah, that is completely wrecked. I just don't understand why people can't be bothered to just, like, get some of those things from Costco. Like those little folding gazebo things with the plastic roofs. Like, I remember at, when we were reworking the, boiler for the Clover Valley over at the Niles Canyon Railway Museum back in, like, 2011, one of the things that they did was have a network of pipes that made a frame on which some plastic canvas would be put atop of, and that would cover the locomotive and protect it from the elements should it have rained. Mind you, it was being worked on in the summer, but yeah, if they had done that, I'm pretty sure this would have looked a little nicer. Because just leaving it out into the elements is like the worst thing you could possibly do. Oh! Oh! Oh no. Oh no, no. What on earth is going on here? It's all bunched up in a wreck. It's like the tracks just gave up, like, man, I can't do this no more. Yield Sea Witch, the missile launcher locomotive, a product of Lionel's military from the late 1950s. Oh no, it's more than that. It was Lionel's attempt to stay relevant in the Cold War. Oh, the embankment collapsed? Is that what it is? Because I can hardly recognize it. It's like there's nothing there. Like it washed out the whole thing. But yeah, I'm used to seeing these kinds of things. I'm desensitized. But to make a long story short, in the post-war, it was kind of hard to get kids into the model railroading hobby when everybody was buying cars and stuff. And car culture was becoming normal, quote-unquote normal. Because there's no such thing as normal, but it was the orthodox at the time, and there was also the space race, and the folks over at Lionel were like, how are we supposed to stay relevant with all these kids these days? So they started adding some some other features and doodads and stuff. Most prominently, let's see. Most prominently, there were stuff like this missile train. There were exploding box cars, missile launching cars. Yeah, the space race. They had a rocket launch set. They had a set with a radar dish that spins. I don't know, to be honest. Like, I think it was because a lot of them went bunk. Like, when they stuck jet engines on the Bud cars, for example, for the New York Central or whatever. I remember distinctly that they tested it out and it wasn't very practical. Like, it was a kerosene guzzler because that's kind of how jet engines work. They take a lot of fuel to get very, very fast. And they're only efficient at high speeds and not when they're starting or stopping. But yeah, it looks like we hit the end. I was thinking there'd be a little bit more, but I guess not. Let's see if there's anything I want to submit. Because I still have a giant list that I need to clear out. And I'm not entirely sure if all the images here are worth sharing. But yeah, it's just, I got so many images here and I don't even know where to begin. Because a lot of them seem like reposts. But I think I might know what to do. So I'll just, let's see, format picture, please. Effects, size, reset. Reset. Okay. So I got this. I got this, which is a close-up of the bend in the frame and the real thing. Let's see if it's big enough. Yeah, that's big enough. Here it is bent, and here it is with the bent frame. Now I'm trying to wonder, so art imitates life. That's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, that's big enough. That's big enough. Okay, just wanted to double check that to be safe. Just push enter. And that should be my submission for this evening. I may or may not post more in the interim. But it looks like someone's trying to post something, so I might have to give them a moment. You know, just to be fair. But it looks like, yeah, they're still typing. Yeah, I would imagine, like, but I think the first, like, artificial satellite was Sputnik, and that came, like, after the Second World War. But yeah, there was a bunch of crazy stuff that Lionel tried back in the 50s and the 60s. I'm trying to remember, I think at that point, Joshua Lionel Cohen had already passed, and one of his relatives, like his grandnephew or something, he was apparently a very important lawyer during the McCarthy hearings, serving as one of Senator McCarthy's. I don't remember what it was, but he works for Senator McCarthy at one point. He tried to buy out the Lionel Corporation by using I can't remember what means it was. It was kind of weird, but they weren't entirely sure. Oh, okay, that's totally understandable. Take your time. But yeah, apparently, he tried to take control of the Lionel Company at a time when it least needed it. Ah, there it is. That's one of the ones I was thinking of. The Weather Balloon Defense Pack. This dates all the way back to the 50s and the 60s with that space race stuff I was talking about. And if memory serves correctly, the dude who was who managed to get the controlling stake in the Lionel Corporation, that guy I told you about, who was helping Senator McCarthy during his hearings and whatnot during the Red Scare. Apparently, he was also responsible for the Lavender Scare, and also, hold on, I want to double check this just to be safe. Oh, I didn't know there was a Walter Rothschild. Interesting. Lionel Corporation. Oh, I'm in the Wikimedia Commons. I don't want to be in the Wikimedia Commons. Yes, during the Red Scare. But I need to cook, okay? I need to cook. Please let me cook. So yeah, let's see. 1945 to 69. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Ah, yes, here it is. Outsells American Flyer. 1959, Cohen and his son sold their interest in the Lionel Company and retired. The buyer was Cohen's grandnephew, Roy Cohn. A businessman and attorney to Senator Joe McCarthy. And let's see. And he did a bunch of stuff, and apparently it didn't work. Oh, no, don't worry. Actually, no way. The stream's wrapping up. But here's the weird part about Roy Cohn. Here's the weird thing about Roy Cohn. Because this guy is weird. He's all over the place. He's got all his fingers in all the weirdest meat pies. Because let's see. There was, of course, the Rosenberg trial with those two people that were accused of being spies who got, I think, the death penalty. But yeah, he also worked with Senator McCarthy. Played a major role. Also, let's see, quote unquote, during the Lavender Scare, Cohn and McCarthy alleged that the Soviet bloc intelligence services had blackmailed multiple U.S. federal government employees into committing espionage in return for not exposing their. I wish I was kidding. I wish I was kidding about the Joe McCarthy, Senator McCarthy, Roy Cohn, Roy Cohn shenanigans. But yeah, unfortunately, the stream was wrapping up, and I'm just cooking. One last thing before we wrap up. But yeah. So yeah. Long story short, they alleged that members of the LGBT community who were federal agents of the government were being blackmailed by the Soviets into committing espionage in exchange for the Soviets to not disclose that they were closeted LGBTQ, because this is the 50s and apparently being an LGBT community member was frowned upon, if not completely outright ostracized. Oh, yeah. And let's see. And as a response, Dwight Eisenhower basically banned the LGBT from working for the feds for quite a long time. Oh, what's the thing in my profile? That is just a placeholder until I can get a better banner for my YouTube channel. But here's the weird part. Here's the weird part. After, let's see, disbarment and death. In 1986, a five-judge panel of the Appellate Division of the New York State Supreme Court disbarred Cohn for unethical and unprofessional conduct, including misappropriation of clients' funds, lying on the bar application, falsifying a change to a will. The last charge arose in 1975 when he entered a hospital room, forcing a pen into some dude's hand and lifted the documents, appointing himself and Kathy Frank as executors, or executors, I should say. The resulting marks were determined in the court to be indecipherable, in no way a valid signature. Despite being disbarred, many famous people showed up as character witnesses, including Barbara Walters, William F. Buckley Jr., Alan Dershowitz, and Donald Trump. You heard that right. And he ironically would die, despite his contributions to the Red Scare and the Lavender Scare, ostracizing and marginalizing the LGBT community. He himself was gay. I'll let that sink in for a moment. I wish I was kidding. Although Cohn always denied being gay in public, he had a few known boyfriends over the course of his life, including his assistant, Russell Eldridge, who died during the AIDS epidemic in 1984, and Peter Fraser, Cohn's partner for the last 2 years of his life, who was 30 years his junior. And, of course, speculation would run rampant when Roy Cohn would also die from AIDS in 1986. But yeah, it was just completely bonkers, this dude's life. Took the Lionel Company, completely just burned it to the ground, and he burned his entire life to the ground too. Oh, and he doesn't just have connections with Donald Trump, but he also has connections with the dude with the Nixon tattoo. I'm trying to remember his name. What's his name? It'll come to me. He was indicted and convicted of a crime. Roger Stone, that's right. Roger Stone. Worked on the 1980 Reagan campaign where he befriended Roger Stone. That Roger Stone. I wish I was kidding. And it was just completely bonkers. And this dude got around. That's all I have to say. I need to make a whole video on this guy, because this guy was a piece of work. Oh, yeah, I'll be streaming on Tuesday next week. But yeah, this Roy Cohn guy, real weird piece of work. Tried to marginalize people in his own community at his own expense, which would eventually come back to bite him. These and other crazy stories that I unfortunately can only give you the Spark Notes version of today, because it's time to wrap things up. So I'm just going to bounce back over here to just chatting. But normally you'll find I stream in the evenings. I just decided to stream a little later today. Stupid Stories. I mean, yeah, I streamed a little earlier today than I normally do, but that's okay. You'll usually find me streaming usually after 3 p.m. on Tuesdays. I haven't been able to personally record and live stream any earlier than that for quite a few months. But yeah, that I think is going to wrap up this stream. I hope you enjoyed all the cursed trains on Train of Thought's Discord. You can always join Train of Thought's Discord in the link in the description down below. Go check out his channel and subscribe to Train of Thought's YouTube channel. Go check him out on Twitter at TrainFactGuy. These and other things. And let's see. I wanted to go into customization. I wanted to add a redirect. Please tell me he's still... Gosh dang it. I know he's live streaming now. Yeah. Redirect privileges needed. Asks Cirrus to add you to their live redirect. Gosh dang it. Why isn't it set by default to automatically redirect like Twitch? Oh well. I think that's gonna wrap it up. Don't worry. You can still see the rest of the stream when it wraps up. But I think I've been going on enough. Anyway, of course, yeah. Thanks to Train of Thoughts and his Discord channel. These and other things. Videos and streams are only possible through the engagement of people like you, and I thank you for that. So obviously, like, share, subscribe, with notifications on. Tell your friends, tell your mom, etc., etc. Add the video to a playlist. And if you're financially able to, within reason, you can become a channel member for 99 cents a month, become a patron at patreon.com for a little bit more, and you can also donate directly through the Stream Elements link in the description down below. These and other things will also be in the description as well. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. And until then, take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and remember to never give up. Bye, everybody.